Mango Alto. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tap That Travels. Today we are doing a long-awaited video on the ABC Islands. So Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao. Matthew and I took a trip, bucket list trip, back in September of 2025, and we visited the ABC Islands. Y'all, I've always wanted to go to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao. Finally got my wish, and it was so beautiful. Now, by the end of this video, I'm going to let you know where I would go back to and in what order, because I definitely have a favorite. And you may be able to make that decision on your own just from some of the video footage. So the first place we visited was Aruba. In Aruba, we got off the ship. Of course, there were tons of people trying to get you to rent cars and rent like 4x4s and things like that. But in Aruba, you have to have a car like to drive on the roads. You can't like drive a four-wheeler on the roads. But in their national park, you actually do have to have like a four-wheeler or something like that. So you may want to take like a specialty tour if that's something that you're interested in. When we got a car, we rented a car, $80 when you get off the cruise ship, $80 cash. No issues, very quick, took us maybe it was like a 5-minute walk, and then like another 5 minutes to fill out the paperwork. It includes insurance, and you do need your ID, and you do need a credit card for they don't put a hold. It's just since you're reserving the car or whatever. And we have to be back at 6 p.m. Our ship leaves at 9:30 tonight from beautiful Aruba, and they give you a map when you rent the car. Aruba is a really big island in comparison to Bonaire and Curaçao. So what we did was rented the car, and we drove all the way down to the end of the island first and started there because we knew there were a few places that we really wanted to visit, but we weren't sure if it would be more affordable to rent a car or to take a taxi. And I'm going to tell you right now, renting a car at $80 a day is nothing compared to the price of if you were to pay a taxi to take you to all of those places. So we drove all the way down to the end of the island, about a good 45-minute or so drive. On the way to the end of the island, we were headed towards Baby Beach, but on the way to the end of the island, we stopped at a place called Mango Alto. Stunning. I'm gonna put some footage. Oh my gosh, y'all. It was absolutely incredible. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is freaking stunning. Where? Oh, little crabby.
You got one big claw.
You got one big claw, little crab. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Oh, look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. Not too bad. Look at this. Mango Alto. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like woke up to this every day. Oh, people are like camped out over there. So then we got back in our car and headed down to Baby Beach, and we also ate lunch at Baby Beach. US dollars, mudslide, Caribbean margarita, Aruba Reba. Sounds like that would get you messed up. Mama platter. Big Mama Boom. Signature mixed drinks. Blue Horizon. Coco. Oh, they have Coco Locos here. And then we took a little detour over just up a little bit to see kind of like what I call the Pacific Coast vibes of Aruba, where you get like more crashing waves and things like that. So we went and saw that. And then we got back in our car, drove all the way past Oranjestad, which is where the cruise ships port and all that, past Oranjestad to the north, all the way to Eagle Beach. Eagle Beach, yes. We went all the way to Eagle Beach. Beautiful beach. Then, after Eagle Beach, we actually were kind of just wanted to go up and then kind of come back around the island back to Oranjestad. It was a place I had heard of, but I couldn't really find it on the map, so I ended up putting it into the GPS. And we found Tres Tropi. Tres Tropi it was like out of this world. It's stairs leading down into the ocean. It is a lot deeper and more rough than some of the other diving we did, or snorkeling that we did, like at Baby Beach, where the water's kind of more calm. But the water here, just the setting was like, I felt like I was in like on another planet. Like, I don't even know. It was just such an experience. In Aruba, after we left Tres Tropi, we went all the way back to Oranjestad, and we got back on the ship. And I mean, Aruba was just, it was stunning. Like, there was so much to do as well. Like, it's very populated. It's very touristy, very built up. And it was just, I think, just the overwhelming like excitement of getting to Aruba was enough in and of itself to just make you super excited. Also, we drove around in an air-conditioned car all day from beach to beach, so that made it perfect. Overall, we spent $80 on the car, about $40 on lunch, and the rest was free. I mean, the beaches, all of that. I think we spent a couple dollars on a couple bottled waters, but it was such a wonderful experience. Moving on to Bonaire. Bonaire is pristine. It is beautiful. It is undeveloped. You feel VIP. So we had already rented a golf cart from Bonaire Golf Carts or something like that. I'll leave a link and everything for them. Bonaire Cruisers, I think that was the name of it. Bonaire Cruisers. And I have a video on kind of like how to get to there from your ship, what tent they are, and that kind of thing. Now, I will say from the tent, it is a pretty good little trek, about a half mile or so trek to actually where you get the golf cart. Don't expect the golf cart to just like be waiting there right outside the port, because that's not the case. And they don't take a bus or anything over there. You just take a line of people following each other over there to get your golf cart. Now, even though it took us about 45 minutes to an hour from like the time we signed the waiver, and we had already paid for our golf cart and booked it, I would highly recommend you do that. They usually do sell out, especially cruise days that are like adults only, which is what we were doing. But we got over to the place, we had to wait, we signed waivers, and then you're just like given a map and you're given like free range of the entire island. And that's what's really cool about Bonaire. You can choose which way you go. We did both. So we started in the rocky part of Bonaire. Like I said, it was like crashing waves. But we took steps down into this beautiful area that is supposed to be some of the best scuba diving like in the world, but it was so choppy that I actually had a lot of trouble getting back to shore. And obviously I did not film that because it was very scary for me. And I'm a really good swimmer, but it was such an undercurrent and tow that I thought like I was never going to get out of the ocean. You can kind of drive up through Bonaire, and then you can take your golf cart down to the opposite side of the island, which is the salt flats, and the old slave huts, and just so much rich history in Bonaire. And all up and down that side where it's not so rocky, it's just, we would get out and we would go, like Pink Beach was one of them. We would get out and out of our golf cart, just park our golf cart on the side of the road and just go snorkel. It was absolutely incredible. I will say this, two things. Number one, whatever people tell you about sea urchins, they do exist. I did not film it, for like privacy reasons, but we actually saw a girl get stung by sea urchins. She fell onto a sea urchin just right along the shore, especially when it's really rocky, which it is really rocky in Bonaire. She landed on sea urchins, and the barbs, she had to go to the hospital. Like, you cannot pull them out with tweezers. We tried to help her. It was really scary. So we were kind of worried after that. Like, we were like, I don't know, we want to, but if you're just really careful, make sure you've got a strong footing, help each other. But there are some sea urchins and stuff that do kind of exist on the shoreline, especially the closer you get to, there's like a pier across from the salt flats. Anything that's like real rocky or they can kind of hang on to, you'll see more of them. Also, make sure you are wearing really good swim shoes. That really saved my feet. I was, and really helped with the grip and stuff. Do not do the ABC Islands without swim shoes. It's different there. Like, it's not like Florida, sandy, white beaches. Like, it is sometimes like Eagle Beach, but a lot of times you're dealing with rocks and things like that. And it's beautiful, but you need to be prepared. Make sure you have those swim shoes handy. Also, if you're not a super strong swimmer, you may want to do like a guided tour. Me and Matthew felt comfortable with doing our, own thing. But if you're not a strong swimmer, you may want to skip that part. We drove through the salt flats. Do not get out on the salt flats. That is an eco park, apparently, and like we had someone like come by and like, you're gonna get in trouble. So just watch from the road. We took binoculars. We saw flamingos in their natural habitat. That was so amazing. That was stunning. Like, to see flamingos in their natural habitat, something I had only ever seen at a zoo, right? And then we drove all the way kind of around and made a circle back up. But we stopped at the end kind of on the opposite side of the island from where the cruise ship comes in on. And we stopped at a little dive bar. I'll put up pictures and videos so you can see that, like where it was. And people apparently go there and just spend the day there whenever a cruise ship comes in. It was beautiful. I mean, the food was good, and you just feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it is amazing how underdeveloped Bonaire is.
Oh, man.
And the first thing my grandma did was, where's my liquor? Where's my drinks? Where's my beer? Who's that liquor? And I said, to school. I don't give a damn. I want to drink. I'm choosing. Shade. I want to drink. If you get a drink at home, why do you need a drink here? I'm at home. I want to drink.
Pearl Harbor is Caribbean and into Greece and all the way back around the United States.
I think if the weather, like I said, the weather had been better, Bonaire probably would have been my favorite place. I would go there and probably just stay a week there. It was so stunning. So our third and final place we went to was Curacao. Curacao, when we got there, had no electricity. The whole entire island's power was off. There were like kids running around everywhere. So of course, in true Melody fashion, what did I do? I saw a couple like young kids. I'm like, okay, they look local. I was like, hey, what's the cheapest way for us to get to sea turtles? And okay, I couldn't remember the name of the place we went in Curaçao, so I had to stop for a second. But anyways, so Playa Grande or Playa Piskado is where we were wanting to go to swim with the sea turtles in Curaçao. We love swimming with the turtles. They're so fun to watch, and we've kind of seen turtles. Like we saw a turtle at Eagle Beach, we saw a turtle at Tres Trape, and we wanted to see turtles in Curaçao, so we were like, let's go to Playa Piskado. So we stopped and we asked these two kids, we were like, so would you take a taxi? Would that be cheaper? Or what should we do? And they were like, hey, you need to take the city bus. And I was like, okay. So they downloaded the bus app, and I'll throw that up. But they downloaded this bus app on my phone for me and was like, this is where you go. And it's kind of a short walk over. It's not hard to find. The bus stop isn't, but we get there and we wait like 20 minutes for the Playa Piskado bus. And the main thing is that when the bus returns, because there's only like one or two returns in order for you to make your ship time. So we literally rode on the city bus, super cheap. I want to say it was like $1.25 per person for almost an hour ride. Like what was going to cost us $60 a person cost us like $3 to go take the city bus. We're taking the bus to West Point. Doing it as the locals do. Yeah. So it's always an adventure with us, y'all. We're always doing something new and just trying new things. But it really, like, you got the feel for, like, real feel Curacao. So we get there and we walk down. Beautiful. It does smell like fish. Playa Piskado is like a fishing market, like where they fishermen come and they dump like their old fish, and that's why the sea turtles and stuff like come and swim there. So just know that. But it is beautiful. It's still a beautiful little place to walk into. But there can be like a lot of tourist people down there, like taking a tourist bus. We saw a couple tourist buses because, they know you're going to see turtles there. And we did absolutely see turtles. The food there is extremely overpriced. Like I was like, we don't even get charged that much in the States. And they were like, well, it's fresh. And I was like, that's not even what the menu says it costs. Anyways, so we just did our little snorkeling time down there, found some little like pieces of sea glass, and saw the sea turtles, and then went back up there to catch the city bus. It was no problem. About a 45-minute ride back to the bus stop in the city. So we are waiting on the bus. Bus halty is what it says over there. From
like bus halt, like
bus stop. Yeah, that's right. Good job, Matthew. Good job. And we just went snorkeling down the steps over that way to what's Playa Piskado, which is a small beach area, and the fishermen clean their fish there. And so turtles come and swim there to get their fish, to get fed. And then there were a bunch of different fish too. There were pretty good different fish. We got those on video with the, I saw a few puffer fish. But we picked up the bus at Otro Banda, which is in the city, about a 5-minute walk from the cruise ship. And then got the first bus over here at 9:15. It's about a 45-minute to an hour ride. Went and snorkeled for a little while, like an hour and 15 minutes or so. Long enough to snorkel out there. And got ready, went and got some good fruit punch. There's some little local vendors down there. One guy tried to rip me off. I was like, no, boo, I'm from Mississippi. We don't, that'll be a no for me. Thank you. His prices were in US dollars, and it was higher than any of the prices on the menu whatsoever. And when I was like, oh, no thank you, he was like, really? Yeah. Honey, I didn't come here on one of these tour buses. I took the bus here for $2 a person, okay? Yeah, so that was fun, and we're tired. This is day 3 of island hopping for us. We're gonna go back to the city of Curaçao after our 45-minute bus ride and go probably eat on the ship, maybe. Walk around port, maybe. We're gonna go see that bridge probably that moves when boats come by, like the whole bridge moves. So Curaçao's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful cloudy, not quite as hot as it was yesterday in Bonaire. And not as windy either. So it was a nice day. It's been a nice day so far.
Everywhere to find her. Searched everywhere. Is she a dream or in reality? Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, oh. I'm not the man I once was. I'm drifting like a ship that's lost at sea.
to the cruise ship. Actually, we walked over to like the famous bridge that actually comes up for boats. We didn't walk all the way across because we didn't really have time, and the power was out, so it really was, like the power was out the entire time we were there, so like there really wasn't anything for us to do across the bridge. So, but we did go and see the bridge, went and saw the playground, and then we walked back to the ship, and that was the ABC Islands. Oh, after we got some gelato, because they were like the only ones who actually did have power. I guess they had a generator or something, I don't know. But y'all, the ABC Islands were stunning. Like, just absolutely phenomenal. If you get a chance to visit, try to get Bonaire in there as well. Also try to get an itinerary where you kind of get almost all day long. We didn't feel rushed ever, even in Curaçao, like getting back to the bus, which we were so tired by Curaçao too. We were just kind of like, oh, my head, like you can see in some of the videos, like it's just sunburned, like my poor little blonde head. But it was so much fun, and just such an awesome trip for couples too. Like, there's just something very serene about spending time with your spouse and just really seeing in those settings, you know. Also, if it's your first time going, like, I don't really recommend taking your kids because it is a little overwhelming if you've never been there. Kind of like the first time you go to Cozumel or the first time you go to Costa Maya or somewhere like that. You kind of want to see for yourself what everything's like before you bring your kiddos. At least that's what we do. And I feel like it just makes the trip a little less stressful to kind of be able to plan out what you want to do when you come back the next time, and then maybe bring your kids then. I would so totally recommend getting a golf cart in Bonaire. Do wear your sunscreen. Y'all, that sun down in those ABC Islands, you are close to the equator, baby. And it is hot. Hot. Sunscreen. You will feel yourself burn. Sunscreen. Okay. Maybe a long sleeve or something. I mean, it gets really, really hot though. A portable little fan or something for you. But it's kind of windy though on those islands. Sometimes it's kind of windy. So tips and tricks for ABC Islands, just like I said, make sure you bring your swim shoes. Make sure you know you are not going to be riding a four-wheeler down the road in Aruba. You're going to need a car for that. And if you want underdeveloped, Bonaire. If you want kind of in between, Curaçao. And if you want developed but so much to do and just stunningly naturally beautiful, Aruba. Y'all, I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry that it took as long as it did, but this was on Carnival's first ever adults only cruise, and our itinerary was the ABC Islands. And y'all, thank you for watching. Stay until the end if you have. We love you, love you, love you. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video. Make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.